In the quiet suburb of Aurora, Colorado, a seemingly perfect family's life was shattered in March 2023. Angela Craig, a 43-year-old mother of 6, suddenly fell ill with mysterious symptoms that baffled doctors and left her loved ones desperate for answers. What began as a medical mystery quickly unraveled into a chilling tale of alleged betrayal, deception, and murder that would shock the community and captivate the nation. At the center of this tragic story stands James Tolliver Craig, a respected dentist and Angela's husband of over 2 decades. As investigators delved deeper into Angela's sudden decline and untimely death, they uncovered a web of secrets that painted a disturbing picture of a marriage in crisis and a calculated plot that would forever change the lives of the Craig family. This is the story of Angela Craig's poisoning, a case that reminds us that sometimes the greatest dangers lurk behind the facade of domestic bliss. Angela Dawn Craig, born on February 14, 1980, grew up in a close-knit family in Colorado. She was known for her vibrant personality and dedication to her loved ones. James Tolliver Craig, born in 1978, pursued a career in dentistry, establishing himself as a respected professional in Aurora, Colorado. The couple met in their early 20s and quickly fell in love. They married in 2000, starting what appeared to be a picture-perfect life together. Over the years, they built a family, welcoming 6 children into their home. From the outside, the Craigs seemed to embody the American dream: a successful dentist, a loving wife, and a house full of children. As their family grew, James Craig's dental practice, Summerbrook Dental Group, became a cornerstone of their community. Angela supported her husband's career while dedicating herself to raising their children. Friends and neighbors described them as the ideal couple, always smiling and involved in local activities. However, beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to form. Financial pressures mounted as the dental practice faced difficulties, and whispers of marital discord began to circulate. Despite these challenges, few could have predicted the dark turn their story would take. In early March 2023, Angela Craig began experiencing puzzling health issues. What started as dizziness and vertigo quickly escalated into more severe symptoms. On March 6th, she was rushed to the hospital, marking the beginning of a series of emergency room visits that would span the next 10 days. During these visits, medical professionals struggled to pinpoint the cause of Angela's rapidly deteriorating health. The symptoms were wide-ranging and severe, including extreme dizziness and vertigo, intense headaches, blurred vision, shortness of breath, severe fatigue. Despite numerous tests and examinations, doctors were left baffled by Angela's condition. Each time she was released from the hospital, her symptoms would worsen, leading to another frantic trip to the emergency room. On March 15, 2023, Angela Craig made her final trip to the emergency room. This time, her condition was critical. Shortly after arrival, she collapsed and was immediately placed on a ventilator. Despite the medical team's best efforts, Angela was pronounced brain dead that same night. The sudden and inexplicable decline of a seemingly healthy 43-year-old woman sent shockwaves through the community and left her family devastated. As Angela lay unresponsive in the hospital, questions began to surface about the true nature of her illness. In the early hours of March 15th, James Craig made a desperate 911 call that would later become a crucial piece of evidence. The call, obtained by investigators, captured Craig's seemingly panicked voice as he described his wife's condition. "My wife is having a severe dizzy spell. She can't even stand up without falling over. I don't know what's wrong with her." The dispatcher instructed Craig to bring his wife to the hospital immediately. Little did anyone know that this would be Angela's final journey. As Angela fought for her life in the hospital, investigators began to examine the Craig family home. What they found would turn a medical mystery into a criminal investigation. The house, once a symbol of family happiness, now held potential clues to a sinister plot. Detectives meticulously combed through the residence, paying particular attention to the kitchen, where Angela's protein shakes were prepared; James Craig's home office, which contained his personal computer; the master bedroom, where prescription medications were found. Each room held potential evidence that would help unravel the mystery of Angela's sudden illness. As Angela's condition worsened, suspicions grew. The Aurora Police Department launched a full-scale investigation into the circumstances surrounding her illness. Detective Bobby Olson took the lead, and what she uncovered would shock the community. Key aspects of the investigation included analysis of the Craig family's financial records, interviews with James Craig's colleagues at Summerbrook Dental, examination of the couple's electronic devices and online activity, toxicology reports from Angela's hospital visits. Each piece of evidence painted a darker picture of what had transpired in the Craig household. In today's digital age, our devices often hold the key to our deepest secrets. For investigators, James Craig's mobile phone and computer became crucial sources of information. Detective Olson discovered a disturbing pattern of online searches made by Craig in the weeks leading up to Angela's illness. How many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? Is arsenic detectable in autopsy? Top 5 undetectable poisons that show no signs of foul play. How to make poison. These searches, made on a shared computer at Craig's dental practice, raised immediate red flags. The digital trail didn't stop there. Further investigation revealed online purchases that would become central to the case against James Craig. Poison purchases, a deadly plan in motion. Perhaps the most damning evidence against James Craig came in the form of online purchases. Investigators uncovered a series of transactions that painted a chilling picture of premeditation. February 27, 2023. Craig orders arsenic from Amazon.com. March 4, 2023. The arsenic package is delivered. March 13, 2023. A shipment of potassium cyanide arrives, ordered from a medical supplier. These purchases coincided perfectly with the timeline of Angela's illness, leading investigators to believe they had uncovered the murder weapon. The alleged murder weapon, poison protein shakes. As the investigation progressed, a theory emerged about how Angela had been poisoned. Investigators believed that James Craig had been systematically adding lethal substances to his wife's protein shakes, a daily staple in her diet. The timeline of events supported this theory. March 6th, Angela is first hospitalized with symptoms consistent with arsenic poisoning. March 9th, a blood test reveals toxic levels of arsenic in Angela's system. March 15th, Angela's final hospital admission, likely after ingesting cyanide. The protein shakes, once a symbol of Angela's healthy lifestyle, had allegedly become the vehicle for her murder. As evidence mounted against him, James Craig maintained his innocence. He initially claimed to have been at work during the critical periods when Angela fell ill. However, this alibi quickly began to unravel. Colleagues at Summerbrook Dental reported Craig's erratic behavior and unexplained absences in the days leading up to Angela's death. Surveillance footage from the dental office and nearby businesses contradicted Craig's account of his whereabouts. Furthermore, text messages and phone records revealed communication between Craig and another woman, suggesting a possible motive for wanting his wife out of the picture. One of the most shocking revelations in the case came with the discovery of James Craig's alleged affair. Investigators uncovered evidence of a romantic relationship between Craig and a woman named Karen Kane, a former patient of his dental practice. Text messages between Craig and Kane revealed plans for a future together, discussions about Craig's unhappiness in his marriage, promises of financial support for Kane. This discovery provided prosecutors with a potential motive for Angela's murder, a husband looking to start a new life with his mistress. In a surprising turn of events, Karen Kane agreed to an interview with ABC News, shedding light on her relationship with James Craig. During the interview, Kane made several startling claims. She believed Craig was separated from his wife. Craig had promised to leave his family to be with her. She had no knowledge of any plan to harm Angela. Kane's interview added another layer of complexity to an already sensational case, leaving the public to wonder about the true nature of her involvement. On March 19, 2023, just days after Angela's death, James Craig was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. As the investigation progressed, additional charges were filed. 1. First-degree murder after deliberation. 2. Tampering with a deceased human body. 3. Solicitation to commit tampering with physical evidence. 4. Violation of a protection order. The charges reflected the prosecution's belief that Craig had not only planned and executed his wife's murder, but had also attempted to cover up his crimes. As the case against James Craig built, prosecutors amassed a substantial body of evidence. Once online searches for poisons and methods of undetectable murder, to purchases of arsenic and potassium cyanide. 3. Toxicology reports showing lethal levels of these substances in Angela's system. For witness testimony from dental office staff about Craig's suspicious behavior. 5. Financial records indicating significant debt and potential motive. 6. Text messages revealing an extramarital affair. Each piece of evidence strengthened the prosecution's case, painting a picture of a calculated and premeditated murder. The final piece of the puzzle came with Angela Craig's autopsy report. The medical examiner's findings were conclusive. Cause of death: acute poisoning. Lethal levels of cyanide and tetrahydrozoline in her system. Evidence of prior arsenic exposure. These results confirmed investigators' suspicions and provided irrefutable evidence of foul play in Angela's death. Following his arrest, James Craig pleaded not guilty to all charges. His defense team, led by attorney David Bella, began preparing for what promised to be a high-profile trial. Key points of the defense strategy included challenging the reliability of the toxicology reports, questioning the chain of custody for evidence collected from the Craig home, exploring alternative explanations for Angela's death, including the possibility of suicide. As both sides prepared their cases, the community of Aurora and the nation at large watched with bated breath. Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of the Craig case was the impact on the couple's 6 children. Ranging in age from elementary school to college, the Craig children found themselves at the center of a national tragedy. Considerations for the children included protecting their privacy and emotional well-being, arranging for their care and custody during legal proceedings, providing psychological support to help them cope with the loss of their mother and the accusations against their father. The fate of the Craig children served as a somber reminder of the far-reaching consequences of domestic violence. As details of the Craig case emerged, many wondered if there had been warning signs that were missed. Experts in domestic violence pointed to several potential red flags: financial stress and secretive behavior around money, unexplained absences and changes in routine, sudden interest in spouses' daily habits and schedules, unusual purchases or internet searches. The case underscored the importance of being aware of these signs, not just in others' relationships, but in our own as well. As of 2024, James Craig's trial is scheduled to begin in August. The proceedings promise to be one of the most closely watched trials in Colorado history. Key elements to watch for include testimony from medical experts about the effects of arsenic and cyanide poisoning, character witnesses for both James and Angela Craig, potential testimony from Karen Kane about her relationship with the accused. The outcome of the trial will determine not only James Craig's fate, but also set precedents for future cases involving domestic poisonings. The poisoning of Angela Craig serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the greatest dangers can lurk within our own homes. As the legal process unfolds, the community of Aurora and the nation at large continue to grapple with the implications of this tragic case. The story of James and Angela Craig is more than just a sensational true crime tale. It's a cautionary narrative about the importance of recognizing the signs of domestic abuse, the power of forensic science in solving crimes, and the devastating impact that one person's actions can have on an entire community. As we await the trial and its outcome, we're left to reflect on the complexities of human relationships, the nature of trust, and the thin line between love and betrayal. The Craig case will undoubtedly be studied and discussed for years to come, serving as a stark reminder that sometimes the most picture-perfect lives can hide the darkest secrets.